Starting early. Don't have anything clever beyond that to say, but got lots of stuff to cover today. So figured I would start early and get the pain points out of the way. Plus, nobody shows up on time anyway. So, some of you folks that are getting on early, can you let me know if you can hear and see me okay? Because I'd really hate to be talking to myself. Excited for this. Got lots of great stuff to cover today. Starting early. Ooh. Nil says hi. What's up, Nil? Craig waves. What's up, Craig? Debashis says, what's up, Chris? What's up, Debashis? Wes says he can hear fine. Daniel says, yes, sir. Gary asks, where's the pizza? That was just clickbait. I never deliver on pizza. All right. Let's turn this off. Get to work. Anthony says, all good. Craig says, sounds good. Move this over here so I'm not always looking off to the left. Sabir says, hi. What's up, Sabir? Randy says, Chris, my man, haven't seen you for a while. It has been a while. Gary says, laugh out loud. Nick says, yes. John says, Chris, big turnout. Adrian says, woohoo, exciting. We will get started in about 2 minutes. I decided to go ahead and start the stream a couple minutes early so we could get started right on time. Alexis says, hello, Chris, Alexa, and my fellow Legitters. I'm not interested. Shut up. No. John says, Chris, your live session again. Yes, sir. Anthony's still wanting that pizza. I told you it's just clickbait. There's never pizza. Thank you, ABD. All right, we're going to get started in 1 minute. I actually have a fancy schmancy presentation put together because there's a few reasons. One, it's easier to remember and to read it off. And two, that way I don't have to be on camera as much. Which, despite the thousands of these, that I've done, I still get nervous for. So, Randy says, how am I going to stop saying it if you tell me to stop saying the A word? You're causing a scene in my office. Ombasa, what's up, buddy? He says he's glad to be here. I'm glad you could be here. Charlene, haven't seen Charlene in a while. Charlene says, gonna watch you here instead of Facebook. Loving the changes to Legiit so far. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Sounded like Elvis just then. All right, I think it's time to get this party started. So let me get this set up. And we'll do just that. Why does it always do that? No, actually, I was right this time. Do. Share screen. Let's go ahead and do a full screen. That way I can be off camera. We'll take a couple more questions and then we're going to get into it. Emmanuel says, looks great. How are you? I literally could not be better. Thanks, buddy. Neil says, hello, boss. What's up, Neil? Web marketing for every man. What's up? There's your plug. Says, hi, Chris. Mike Radvac. What's up, Mike? MD says, which change legit? Well, sit tight and you're going to find out some new things here in just a few minutes. Alexis says, really liking that affiliate marketing tutorial you guys prepared for us. Pretty detailed for being part one of a tutorial. Looking forward to the rest of it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Feels good to see your face again. Well, thank you, Sayun. Creating a successful business online. It says, hearing fine. Good, good, good. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it so we can get done at a reasonable time and take questions should they come up, which you know they will. Let me try to segment this. All right, that should work. Let me get that off the screen. I really need a third monitor. All right, so what we're doing today is, and the reason I chose the title State of the Union is because here in the United States, our president just gave something similar to the State of the Union. So I figured I would go for relevance. So that's the reason for that. But basically what we're going to be talking about today is basically what the next six to 18 months are going to look like on Legiit. Everything we're doing so far, for the most part, is going to stay the way it is, but we're adding some great new features, some new. Let's just get into it. I'll end up spoiling the whole thing on the first slide. So let's dive into it. All right. If you have any questions, you can drop them, but let's try to hold them to the end because then I won't have to scroll back up to find them. Okay. So new features. I assume that this is what most people are most interested in. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. This is what most people are most interested in. So I made that our lead off hitter. Yeah. So let's go. So the mobile app, I demonstrated the mobile app, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago. Just had a few more things to button up on it, but it'll be available for iOS and Android in their respective stores very, very soon. Now, what this is not going to be is a full replacement for the site, but you'll be able to track your orders and handle your messaging both on the order and like your inbox and all that stuff right through the app on your phone. So I made a joke when I originally posted it. It was only going to be on Windows Phone and BlackBerry. Apparently, some people didn't get that was a joke. But yes, it will be on iOS and Android. So be on the lookout for that. I'm hoping to have that out in the next week or so. But we wanted to make sure it was spot on for you. Let's see. We're going to have a revised homepage experience. And that's going to include personalized recommendations, but also, and I can't give out a ton of details on this because I just can't, because I don't really know how to explain them without having a demonstration of it. But the homepage isn't just going to be like a landing page where you land on it and you either pick out a service or you log in. It's going to be an actual experience for both our customers and our freelancers to help them either find what they need or to get to where they need if you're a freelancer to make some more sales and stuff. It's just going to be a whole new experience. And a big part of it is going to be the personal recommendations, not just like what we have now with based on you, but like some real like refined recommendations on what you might need for yourself or for your business. So that'll be coming in a week or two as well. So be on the lookout for that. Project management tools. Some of our big customers have been asking for this for a while. And I can't, again, it's hard to explain without a demonstration, but what it's basically going to be is, suppose you have like one client and you bought a web design from one freelancer and then some links from another freelancer and some content from another one. Well, this will allow you to create groups or folders or whatever we're going to call it, tags, so you can easily see your entire project and like maybe even add notes and things like that. So for this link, I used this anchor, that sort of thing. So that'll just make it easier for you to manage all your projects and everything all in one place. We're going to have Zapier integration. So you'll be able to, there's going to be various things you can do with that. It's not going to be a full integration, but you'll be able to export your order data into your spreadsheet, things like that. Things to just make it easier for you to manage both as a customer or as a freelancer, your business and the orders and the information you put on it. So you'll basically be able to automate a lot of it. So that should be ready to go pretty soon as well. and then category specific opportunities for cross sales and recommendations. So this helps both freelancer and customer. So what that'll be is if you're looking for at a certain thing, say you're looking at a web design package, you'll also be able to find a freelancer to help with the content for that website and kind of put it all in one place. Obviously, the way that helps the freelancer is that it gets more exposure to it. And that's going to be based on user behavior. So a lot of what we have here is based on user data. No, I don't want to say user data, but based on user behavior to help decide to help them figure out, stumbling here, to help them find what they need to, wait for it, get more stuff done. We got a couple questions. Had a website built by an outsourcer and it's now riddled with malware. Would your recommended removal clean up the site? I'll find you somebody at the end. I think I know someone. Why is it review difficult to stick after the Google update April 8th? I don't know. That's kind of an SEO question. Well, we're not really covering SEO too much today. So I don't know what to tell you about that. I have heard about it, but I don't know. So next page, any questions on what we covered here? MD says, good news for the app. Great to have an app at least. I love that I just covered like these amazing things and people are still focused on the app, but one of the biggest motivators for getting an app is so people will stop asking me about it. So we're going to have that for you very soon. So if there's no more questions about that slide, we will move on to the next part. Nope. All right. Changes. So these are some things that we're going to be doing differently. I'm just going to get into it. So we're going to be limiting the number of duplicate services. So I feel like right now we have to, and I don't want to say this as disrespectful to anybody, but we have a lot of types of services are very, very well represented. So we're going to limit the number of those that we take on. Or if somebody does offer something like that, we're going to have them explain to us why we should allow it and why it's different than the hundreds of other services like it. Because it just, I don't want it to get flooded with hundreds of the same service. I want services that people want to buy. So the reason I bring this up is I want you to think of unique angles and unique services you can offer, because I know you're all talented. So I want you to put in the thought to make sure that you have the most opportunity to make the most money possible and to help as many people as possible. So I hope that makes sense. And I can't really explain the process to you on that yet, but certifying certain freelancers as experts in their vertical. I think that kind of goes without saying. Let's see. Other top secret methods to highlight the best talent. Yeah, I can't really go into that, but we have ways that we're going to identify people who are the best of the best. I think you're all the best, but we want to highlight the best of the best. So there are going to be several different ways, both on the site and through our marketing, that we identify people who do the best, and we're going to send them the most traffic. So you want to make sure that you have the best landing page, the best thumbnail, the best copy, and the best service. So questions on that? Let's see. Alexis, let's see. Daniel asks, what are some examples of integrations? It's going to be easier to explain that when I have it there, but some of it will be like if you need to export the data you put in for something you purchase into a Google Sheet or something like that, then yeah, something like that. Page one update's looking good. Thank you. Good stuff, Chris. Thank you. Oversaturated. Yeah, and this is going to go into the next question thing. What we're getting is entirely too many. I provide local citations for this country, or I provide 10 high DA backlinks, or I provide high social profiles. We have hundreds and hundreds of those, and nobody's getting any sales except for a few. And it's making it look like that's all we have. So we're going to do it. So Daniel says competition is good. You're not wrong, but that's not really what we're trying to limit here. We're not trying to limit competition. What we're trying to do is make sure we have as many good offers to our clients as possible. And so they don't have to filter through hundreds of the same thing to find what they're looking for. So Jason Collapse. Thank you, Jason. Always a pleasure. I'm sending thumbnail. Kindly say something about that. I may not get to that on this particular live stream, but we will. But I'll look at it for you at some point. I'm currently learning a service that's probably well represented in the Legiit. I would like to run it to get the real hands-on experience and then eventually offer something that's more unique. But first, got to learn to walk before I run. That's a good approach. Just don't take too long learning. Some people tend to do that. Legiit should offer some free courses on marketplace and freelancing strategy and skills. There are already 2. You can go to legitfreelancingmastery.com. I've shared this a million times, so clearly you don't read everything that I share with you. And then there is the channel here. There's a playlist that for some reason the redirect on it will never. Man, it's hilarious. I was just doing some push-ups right before this, and I just got served a video for push-ups on how to do push-ups. It's amazing. I didn't even like Google it or anything. It's just amazing how that tends to happen. So there you go, Giganta. Sounds like you're trying to get the Amazon organization vetted approach as opposed to eBay clutter insanity. Maybe I find Amazon pretty cluttered in itself, but no, it's just that we're getting so many of the same thing. And like the people that have those things are getting frustrated because they're not getting as many sales. And it's just because it's the same generic stuff that not that many people need. So I want people to be able to find what they need and to be able to trust that it'll be what they need. It's nothing against the people that are offering those things, you know. It's just that it's well enough represented that based on the customer base. So I'm not 100% sure how we're going to go about implementing that, but it's definitely something that needs to be addressed and is going to be addressed. Alexis says, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I just, you know, people tend to I don't want to say overlearn, but there's the education and implementation phases of things, and people spend too much time in education sometimes. That's all. Make sure I didn't miss any. Tom says, impressive stuff. Thank you. Diganta says, thanks a lot. Thank you. And let's move on, shall we? Really need a third monitor. New properties. So the Legiit is no longer going to be just a marketplace. We're going to be launching several other, I guess, brands or products or whatever services, whatever you want to call them, but under the Legiit umbrella. So I can't give out a ton of details on what they are. Legiit Leads is something that is going to help freelancers get more of the type of work they need. It's going to help customers get more business to grow their agencies or their business or whatever. And it's going to give, and it's going to be something that you don't necessarily even need Legiit for. So I can't give out any more detail than that just yet, but that's something I'm really, really excited about and something I've wanted to have a version of myself for a long time. So, and then there's Legiit Local. Legiit Local is going to help people find freelancers near them. So if you need a product photographer, obviously the way it is right now, it's not really suited to it, you know, but if you need like a product photographer, or maybe you're just one of those people that prefers to have somebody that you can like physically see, then there you go. So those are 2 of the brands that we're going to be launching very, very soon. I'm really excited about both of them. I think Legiit Local will help a lot of folks, and I think it gives a lot of opportunity that you may not be able to find in the industry right now. And then there's Legiit Leads, which I think will be a great add-on or separate thing from Legiit as well. This is part of the reason, Diganta, I like you, and I like the work that you do. But this is part of the reason we're going to make some changes, is that you're offering graphic design services but not getting any orders. Thumbnail and description are good enough, but my guess is that there's probably, first of all, you said good enough. That doesn't mean it's excellent. And second, that means that there's some reason that people don't want it. So we need to figure out what that is. And it may be that there's 100 other people offering the same thing. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I remember your service, but stuff like this is what we're working to avoid. So yeah, Legiit bakery. It's been a month almost, and I still get questions about that. So that was like the best April Fool's joke ever. For those that don't know, on April Fool's Day, we made it seem like we were opening up a bakery called Donut with 2 U's. And it went really, really well. It was really well received. So that's what that's about. So any questions on either of those? I unfortunately don't have a ton of information for you on either one, but yeah. All right, moving right along. Helping customers find what they need. Ultimately, that's the goal, right? Is to help people get more stuff done. I really wish I'd have made that the title of this slide, but hindsight is 2020. But yeah, so these are some of the features that we're going to be adding to help people get more stuff done. Yeah, so let's just dive into it. This is for our customers more so than our freelancers. We're going to have a concierge service. Now, I'm not quite sure on the particulars of this yet, but it's basically where someone will take you through and help you find everything you need to get your project done. So maybe you are a marketing agency and you just brought in a new client that wants leads in the insurance industry. We're going to have someone personally help you get the services you need and based on their expertise, and find the right freelancer to buy the right services at the right time in the right order with the right data. So kind of like when you go to an expensive hotel, how they have someone there to just kind of see to your needs to make sure you get what you need and have a good experience. We're going to have someone like that, which is kind of similar to the next thing is a dedicated sales rep. So we're literally going to have people reaching out from Legiit out to agencies to help them find freelancers that they might need to outsource their work, literally like organic sales teams that are going to go out there and find people that need things that can be fulfilled through it. And then we're going to match them up right to the right businesses, the right freelancers and the right services so that they can just get back to selling and scaling, which is what most agencies are interested in, And then customer freelancer speed dating. That's a funny term that I came up with for it, but basically where we can match someone with their ideal freelancer that offers a lot of what they need. So we'll basically be a matchmaker, be like, hey, Bob agency owner, Bob musician, whatever. We think that you and Jim freelancer would be a great match to complete your work and help each other grow. So here's a time where you can talk. Here's where you can send a message, something to that nature. So I call it speed dating because that's kind of like, I don't really know. I just thought that would be clever. So those are some of the things, some but not all of the things that we're going to be doing to help our customers find more of what they need. So we're going to be much more personal with them and things like that. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Let's see. Lazy Local SEO, what's up, MK? Says, hey, Chris, just had one of the best months on Legiit. Thank you very much. Can't express how it helped me during these difficult times. Waiting for these 2 new platforms. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me screenshot that. That's funny that came up. Where did it go? There we go. I'm going to screenshot that if you don't mind, because that makes me happy. I really like the sound of the Legiit Local feature. Awesome. Yeah, I had that idea just the other day, actually, and we're all really excited about it. John says, have used this service for a while now. We have some services for the platform, but never acted on it. How many agencies use Legiit now? It's a little hard to define who is an agency and who is not, but the bulk, I don't want to say the bulk, but a lot of our volume comes from agencies outsourcing different tasks. I don't have a number for you, but that's like our bread and butter at the moment. So a good bit, and a lot of them outsource their entire campaigns to us, so it's something that we want to expand on to help, because I feel like we're reaching as many people as possible that way, because the agencies have dozens or hundreds of clients, How do you determine the right freelancer? Well, first of all, we would talk to you about your goals, your needs, your business, your sites, whatever it is that you're doing, and determine what you need. And then we would look at the data that we have, both from what's visible externally on the site as well as what we see on our end, who has consistently offered not only the right service, but like the quality of that service, as well as other intangibles like how well they communicate, how we think you would get along with them, things like that. So there would be a human interaction. It's not just some Facebook algorithm, where we just plug it in and it matches you, like Tinder or something, where it's like it matches you based on a couple of variables. We would talk to you and find out what you need, and then look at our side and see who is a good fit for what you need. So I hope that answered your question. If not, let me know. Creating a successful business online. I believe I know your real name, but I don't want to blow up your spot. Sounds good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sounds like you may even have a toll-free phone number for Legiit soon. That is not in the plans now. I don't want people to be able to reach me via phone. I don't even give out my personal phone number to anybody but my family. But no, we will definitely we'll probably do the sales stuff. We'll probably do that through, I don't know, 100%. It would be outreach and things like that. So I don't really want to give away too much of that because I haven't completely like mapped out the processes for it yet, but definitely there will be outreach, and I guess there will have to be some phone. So you just gave me a thought. Seun says these are awesome features, particularly the matchmaking part. Yeah, I think that's cool. And I think it's a cool name, but yeah, I think that'll help a lot of folks as well. John asks, what are the most used services on Legiit? I mean, category wise, it's SEO, because I don't want this to sound vain, but a lot of the people that are familiar with Legiit or have come to Legiit came to it because I had a bit of a following in SEO. So that's why a lot of it is SEO, but content is right, like nipping at its heels. Web design / development is very hot, and graphics actually do very well. So despite what, unfortunately, the one guy was having trouble with before, graphics actually have been picking up quite a bit. We're also going to be growing the e-commerce category because something that we're going to talk about on an upcoming slide. Creating a successful business online, says David. That's what I thought. How's it going, buddy? Alexis says, yeah, I didn't think so. It's just a joke, but also celebrating how Legiit is growing. Yeah, it's not in anybody's best interest. I mean, it wouldn't be me anyway, but it's not in anybody's best interest that I talk on the phone. Anthony says, just an FYI, still looking for a gig. Oh, we don't have gigs, buddy. That's probably the problem. On auditing links on page. Okay, I have a couple for you, and then maybe if it's not quite what you're doing, I'll put something together for you as well. See, that's kind of an example right there. Anthony needs something specific, and we're going to find someone specific for him. I do a lot of that anyway, but I figured it'd be something that we formalized and got some other people to do, so I can sleep once in a while. SEO is what I'm a part of as a customer. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I recognized you, David. Give me 1 second to grab some water, and then we'll keep on keeping on. Good turnout today. I appreciate it. Anthony says, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Anthony. All right, let me bring up the controls and we'll move on to the next one. This one, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go into a ton of detail on because there are NDAs and that sort of thing involved, but I'm working with some very, very big names in various industries to recruit top level talent in other things besides SEO. There's somebody, I'm trying to figure out what I can say without getting in trouble. There's someone big in the e-commerce space that's going to be bringing on a lot of e-commerce talent, and therefore e-commerce customers. We're going to be doing some stuff with affiliate marketers and YouTubers as well. And I haven't sealed the deal yet, but podcasting we're going to be doing as well. So we're going to be bringing on a lot of other talent, which means a lot of other business for other categories. So if you're in other categories, just be patient. But I'm working with, I can't give any names, I'm sorry, but I'm working with some people whose names you would know if I were to say them. So there you go. John says, if you became a freelancer with SEO services, what is the average monthly income, or what is the range of income possibilities? I mean, 0 is the low end. I make probably, I don't know, 50 grand, 50, 60 grand a month with SEO services on Legiit. And I am not the top seller on the platform. I don't really want to give out anybody else's information, but like I said, that's what I make, and I'm not the top seller on the platform. As much as that hurts the competitive side of my personality. And then obviously 0 is a possibility, because unfortunately some SEO services are just not the kind of thing people want. But if you have like some quality stuff, you can make a lot of money, especially with SEO. So I don't have hard numbers to give you, but like I said, I make 50, 60 grand a month. I think I'd have to check. I think that's right though. I tend to look more at the net than the gross, and then 0 on the low end. So I hope that answered that. Lead generation and email marketing buyer is not available. I don't know what that means. You can maybe post the requirement on the job board. Good luck. I think he's talking to Anthony there. So David says, you're great, Chris. Well, thank you. I think you guys are great. And I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate everything you do to help either your customers, if you're a freelancer, or your customers, or yourself, if you're helping other customers. I think I explained that okay. If you find something that is not a quality service, does it stay on the platform? So the thing is, yes and no. If they, I tend to let the customers decide what they want. There are some things that I wouldn't personally buy that people love. So I don't think it's up to me to decide that they shouldn't like it. That said, if it's something that I think is harmful or anything like that, we review it, and we have removed both freelancers and services that we thought shouldn't be on. And we've had to eliminate entire categories before as well. We had to eliminate CBD/pot and that sort of thing. We had to get rid of Google My Business verifications, so that we have gotten rid of categories. But to some extent, I want people to make that decision for themselves. But if it's a repeated problem, then it gets investigated and removed if it's not appropriate. You know what I mean? So like, there are certain types of posts that I just don't think are good money, but other people do. So it's, I don't want this just to become my opinion, that sort of thing. Hope they answered that. Dave says, thanks for doing this. What phone number system do you use? I want the $1 a month version. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I have the $10 a month open phone systems now for my business suggestions. I don't really have any. I don't really have any, and it's not something I know a lot about. Hopefully somebody else can help you out with that. You still sell on the other platforms in Legiit? Do you need to be exclusive with Legiit as a vendor? I would love it if you were, but I mean, I know that that's unrealistic. So 1 second here. And then we'll move on to, I think we have one more section. Just got to check one thing. All right. So I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions anywhere else. Let's see. Sometimes people post questions in other places, and I don't like to miss any, All right. Looks like we're good. All right. So I already read that one. Let me see. Marketing initiatives. So marketing is my favorite part of business. So I'm excited about some of this. Let me grab some water because I'm running out of steam here. All righty. So some things that we're going to be doing are micro-targeted ad campaigns. We're still going to be doing our broad cold ads, but we have enough information now on what people need to be able to really target in and help people find the stuff that they need to, wait for it, get more stuff done. But that's so we'll be able to really focus in and drive targeted sales to people and show ads to people that will be beneficial to them, if that makes sense. And then we're going to do something similar with our both our email outreach and our email marketing. So rather than blast this out to the whole list, although we'll still have those kinds of emails, the roundup, that sort of thing. But we're going to be targeting, like putting out specific trainings, tutorials, and that sort of content that isn't just promotional email. So we're going to be targeting that to people that need it to help them with it, which will hopefully drive more sales to us. But I think that'll work well. We're going to be working with a real big name in email marketing on that as well. And then accelerated content marketing. We have several blog posts a week, but we're going to be really pushing hard on that too. So we're going to be adding both video and social media and blog content that will just benefit people and of course drive more to the platform as well. So those are the main marketing initiatives. We're going to do some more intangible stuff too. Like I haven't even talked to Jim about this yet, but there's a local charity that I'm going to be doing something hopefully for that'll just have us as a sponsor and those sorts of things. So really excited about this, particularly the ad campaigns, because you can really get the right ad in front of the right person, and it'll really help customers, freelancers, and the platform. So those are some of the marketing initiatives. It looks like we got a couple more questions. Ed says, I haven't looked in a while. Are there good solo ad mailers on Legiit? I don't know. I know we have some people that do it. I'm sure they do a good job. I haven't used them personally, so I would have to do some matchmaking there to see if we have what you need. You could also use the job board if you don't want to wait. Solo ad. I don't know one off the top of my head, but I know I have seen some. Want to the service on email marketing, especially Klaviyo service. I'm not sure what you're asking there. So any more questions on the marketing? We got one more slide and then we'll just go into straight up Q&A. So this was a good session, or is a good session. I'm enjoying this. Appreciate you taking the time. I know that it's very different because I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. All right. All right. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. Want to know about Klaviyo service. Are you asking, should you offer Klaviyo? Because I know you're a freelancer, or are you looking for someone to set up Klaviyo for you? I guess I'm not picking up what you're putting down. All right. Last slide. And this is the really important one that I want to make sure that everybody understands before we wrap up. It's really important. So I need you to lean in, listen closely, and pay attention to this, because I'm only going to say it once. And I want to make sure that everybody gets it and that we're all on the same page about this. Legiit will not, under any circumstance, be providing you with free pizza. I'm sorry, guys. I know I teased it. I know I used it to drive some of you here, but no, we won't be giving you a pizza slice with an order, with a sale. No pizza will be provided at any time. I hope that joke lands. If not, then I'm sorry, but it's kind of a running gag of mine. So no pizza. So that's pretty much what I got for you on the Legiit 2021 State of the Union. Creating an online business says laugh out loud. Craig says no pizza, bye. Okay. I suck. Just kidding. No, you're right. I do suck. Laugh out loud, like that pizza thing. Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. So I just like to have a little joke. But, not to get off on a tangent, but that's kind of how I like the culture here is we all joke around a lot and tease each other, not make fun of each other, but tease each other and just have a good time. So I want that to carry over into the community as well. So. I was really waiting for a serious last slide. Good dad joke. Web Marketing for Everyman says, I've been selling on Fiverr for over 10 years with literally thousands of 5-star reviews and only bought here. I really have a concern over how you direct buyers to sellers. I mean, as it is now, people can just buy, obviously, but we have the Facebook group where sellers can highlight their things and buyers can buy them. I think what you're probably asking is, do we do that thing where the customer is always right even when they're wrong? Because I know a lot of platforms do that. Like PayPal does that to us sometimes. If somebody buys something and you don't, and it comes to a dispute, we look at the facts of the case and side with whoever's right. We don't favor one side or the other. If you're asking about how do we send traffic, I kind of covered some of that. We use a lot of Facebook groups, a lot of organic, a lot of just reputation. We have some affiliates and things like that. But if I think what you're probably asking is, how do we handle, I don't want to say shitty, but how do we handle difficult customers? We don't instantly side with the customer, if that's what you're asking. If not, that's okay, and you can clarify for me. But my background, I don't know if you know me, but my background is as a freelancer as well, and I still am one on Legiit. But one of the reasons I created Legiit is because I saw in the marketplace that there wasn't something that allowed freelancers to build their own business and build their own brand the way I had been able to do and turn it into so many wonderful things that have happened to me. And I wanted to incorporate that into Legiit. Now, we want our customers to have a great experience, but we consider the freelancer and the customer to be our customer. So we're going to do what's right, regardless of who is on what side of it. So I hope that answered that. If you have something more specific that you want me to answer, I'd be happy to. MD says virtual hug. Adrian says donuts, maybe. Or how about chicken wings? No free refreshments of any kind. In fact, no paid refreshments of any kind. But you can offer legit donut. Man, I'm really feeling like I need to open a bakery. There's been so much interest in it. It's been a month. Dan asks, have you had a site built using Webflow yet? If so, thoughts? What do you know who do you know in Legiit that can rock them out? I haven't. I keep hearing more and more about it. I feel like it's going to be one of the better platforms other than Weebly and so on. So, but no, I don't know. And I know that some other people have asked and have bought, but I don't know who exactly. I would probably rock that question in the Legiit group or list it on the job board, and I'll ask around and see who I can match up to you as well. How do you show up on the weekly promotion email? There is a post in the Facebook group every week where people who want to be included can list their stuff. And we're also kind of changing the format on that. I guess I should have included that in the presentation, but we're going to be changing the format on that a little bit too, to feature certain, I guess, paths, or if you're looking to get this done, here are 3 or 4 services we recommend. And it won't just be the people that submit it, because God bless the people that do submit it, but it's the same ones over and over again. So we're trying to find ways to freshen that up. So planning to launch a service offering custom written legit service description. Your 2 cents. I think it's a great idea. There's a couple people that do that, but like mostly like externally. And I think that it's something that people could use a lot of help with, because a lot of the descriptions I see are kind of the same thing, you know? No, you have multiple sellers for a service and a new buyer comes on Legiit. Who gets the business? It's going to be whoever impresses the customer the most. So it's going to be if 2 people have the exact same service, it's going to come down to basic marketing. So it's going to be who writes their description better, who has a better price, better offer, better thumbnail, and builds a better profile and better trust with people. So they're going to be equal. If the services are equally weighted and have the equal amount of reviews and experience, then it's going to come down to whoever set it up the best. You know, that's how the capitalism of it works. If you're asking who's going to get the most exposure, it's going to be, if there's a page for new services, that's people can go to that. there's a page for top rated. You can filter. It depends on how they filter it. So we don't discriminate, but we also don't. We leave it up to the customer to decide which of them is a better fit for you. Does that make sense? Legiit is the best marketplace I've ever met. I left Fiverr after joining Legiit. Truly appreciate that, Diganta. You're a credit to the community, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. Are the services you offer in Legiit are really doing it, or are you outsourcing another Legiit provider? Just curious. If you mean like me personally, I do. We have an in-house team that does all of it, the PBNs, the guest posts. Now, I do have teams that work off of Legiit, but they work for me directly. So I guess in a way that's outsourcing, but not really. I mean, they work for me, so they're employees or team members or whatever. I don't really like the term employee, but so no, I'm not buying something else on Legiit and just marking it up if that's what you're asking. No, I don't. Now, back in the day when I first got started on another marketplace that I was attempting to conquer, I was reselling some stuff from Fiverr back then, but I don't do that anymore because it didn't really, the quality wasn't there, and it just isn't. You had to mark it up too much to make too little profit. Now we do everything in-house. Georgie has a team of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, between 7 and 10 people that he manages that gets everything done. So do sellers get favorable treatment in search or ad placement? Do sellers get favorable treatment in search or ad placement? I mean, there is an ad placement option. I don't know what you mean. Do sellers get favorable treatment? I mean, over what? Over customers? I don't quite follow that part of the question, but there is an ad placement that gets put at the top. So, but that's an option. On average, how many orders do you meet in a month well, let's take a look. I will, I have no problem showing my things. Let me bring up our reports page. So let's see. Custom range, we'll just do April. $40,000. And so it's a little soft. It was a little soft this month. 486 orders. So that's pretty much it. And then you can see all time I've done 885,000. So hope that answers that. And this is a bit soft. Last month we really crushed it. Shoo. Dan says, I remember that platform. Yeah. It's nice that I'm nice. I'll just leave it at that. Miriam says, I haven't joined Legiit yet, but I'm planning to do so this weekend. Awesome. We'd be happy to have you on board. I sold on Fiverr for a while, but had to close my account after I figured out the team was playing games. I'm impressed with what I am watching so far. I'm a writer and I do community management. Awesome. We'd love to have you on board. We have some writers that do very, very well. And it's something I'm buying a lot of right now too. So I appreciate that. I'm curious if you found us through that I can't remember her name, but the Fiverr influencer, if you found us through her group, because I think I might have seen you there. If not, then forget what I just said, but curious if that's how you found us or not. But we'll be happy to have you on board. Let me know when you add your service, and I'll be happy to give it a look too. How much does Legiit take for each service sold? 15%. So if you sell $100 service, you would get 85 once it's completed and clears escrow. I might have, but I can't remember. Sorry. That's all right. It's because I was in that group that day, and then I saw you join one of my other groups, and so yeah. I will. Thank you. All right. Awesome. Look forward to it. Excuse me 1 second. I need to start doing more videos and live streams because my voice is getting out of shape. For example, say I am a buyer and on site looking for an SEO audit. I see you have many sellers and someone has to appear. Okay, so let's just do now. The default is going to be by best, like top rated, but you can filter it. So these are going to be the default because they're different types of audits. And to be perfectly blunt, this could use a little bit of work. I think SEO is what's throwing it off. Let's just do audit. And then people can sort it by recently uploaded. You can sort it by most popular and so on. But to be perfectly blunt, the search could use a little bit of work. So we're working on that as well. And then there's a page specifically for jobs. So these are more like a customer needs something specific. See, logo design. There you go, Diganta. Somebody you were asking about. Oh, you're not seeing my screen. Good Lord. Well, let's try that again. All right, so let's look for like SEO audit. Consider that first time a rehearsal. Well, first of all, it's going to show you a few here in the drop down. I forget what that's called. So do an SEO audit. That'll take you directly to a service, but you can also do not pick one of these, and it'll take you some other suggestions. And then people can sort by recently uploaded, most popular, price, and so on. You can also flip this and see online sellers as well. That means that George is online. God bless him. And then there's the job board. I didn't realize we had so many people that were not familiar, so this is good. The job board is basically where a customer can list something that they haven't found in the marketplace that they need. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's that. And then there's a page for new, and I don't remember where it is. I guess we need to get that in the menu, but we have a page for new services as well. Let me gonna have to make a note of that. Let's see, we're a work in progress, Well, anyway, I'll get that link to you, and I'm going to get that added up here. I didn't realize it wasn't there. I look at this 100 times a day, and then we have a page here, and make sure you guys are still seeing my screen, where you can actually see any coupons that are being offered. So that's another way you can get shown. And you can, of course, sort that by the different categories and things like that. But it's a good place to find deals too, But Diganta, before you were asking about logos, go bid on this. So there you go. All right. So where was I? How do you decide who does? Is it LWYSYPO? I don't know what that part means, but hopefully that demo helps some. Asking because I'm interested in joining. I'd love to have you on board. How long does it take to clear escrow? So the way it works is this. You get an order, you do the work, you deliver it. The customer can mark it complete right away. If they do not, then after 3 days, it'll be marked complete automatically. And then it's held for 5 days in escrow. So at the most, it would be between 5 and 8 days by the time you finish the work. Ed says, not seeing your screen. Thank you for that, Ed. I'm glad you caught that for me. Diganta says, does thumbnail image SEO work on Legiit? I'm not sure what you mean by that. More importantly, how are you not using dark mode? Yeah, I turned it off because there was I was trying to see what the reports looked like in both versions, and I forgot to turn it back on. So we're going to turn that back on just so folks can see it. Boom. So we have a dark mode as well. So I have most everything that has that option in dark mode. My phone, email, all that stuff. So there you go. Miriam says, cool. Party around. There's your plug. Says, hey, Chris, Ian here. Oh, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Been a while since I've seen any of your live videos. That's because I haven't done that many lately. Just want to say, hey, keeping busy. Thanks to all your guidance. Hope all is well. And that's that means a lot to me. I'm glad to see you doing well. You're a true hustler, so you absolutely, and I mean that in the good sense of the word, you work hard and you deserve it. So good to see you too, my friend. Craig says, my eyes, thank you. Diganta says, thank you for the info. Thank you. Thank you both. Let me grab some water, and we got about 8 minutes left because I planned on doing this for an hour. So if you have any more questions or anything you want to talk about, let me know. If you want me to quickly run through the presentation, just kind of so you can see the bullets, if you missed the beginning, I can do that too. Just let me know. Or I can just call it a day, because if you've been on my live streams before, you know when it gets downtime, I start rambling. Diganta says, please do. All right. Let me do you have a service where you find us the PBN for us to build the PBN site ourselves? Alternatively, do you offer a service to supply the PBN for us to purchase and you build and host that PBN? I definitely know someone that, let me find his link real quick, that can help you find the domain. He is a seller on Legiit, a freelancer. I try not to use the term seller. And he works for me internally as well. So let me find him. All right, share screen. Yeah, this is who you want to find your domains. I'll drop that in the chat. But he actually works like for me at Superstar SEO and finds our PBN domains. So he'll hook you up. And then what was the second part of your question? For build the PBN site ourselves. Alternatively, do you offer a service to supply the PBN for us to purchase and you build and host it? I haven't done that. I'll think about it. There was some logistics that would be challenging there to like make sure that it didn't get mixed and matched, but that's a good suggestion. I'll think about it. Ritu says, love you, boss. Thank you, Ritu. Yes, run through the first 20 minutes again. Okay. Miriam says, thank you. Looking forward to coming on board. I look forward to having you. Thank you. Web marketing for every man. Thanks, Chris. Maybe you remember the most handsome man in Florida using your, I do remember that. And that video, oh man, I got so much business off that video. What do you think adding milestones for custom orders? It's not a bad idea. I'll send that over to Jim. That's a good idea. Had an epiphany about my services the other day and created a full circle of services. Super excited about it. Should do a video about that. Would help a lot of people, I think. Yeah, I saw some of your new stuff. You should definitely do a video. Dan says, thanks. Can you give a quick on-screen summary again? Yep, I'm going to get to that. I just want to make sure I got all the questions. So let's do that right now. How do you... Now, I have a degree in computer technology and another degree in information technology, and I struggle with like the most basic crap on computers sometimes. So my point there is that was money well spent. So I'm not going to go into the depth that I did because, you know, we're running out of time, but I'll bang through these pretty quick. And then if you have any more questions, I'll take those too. So new features include the mobile app for iOS and Android, which will be out very, very soon. The revised homepage experience, which includes but is not limited to personalized recommendations and some tools to help both freelancer and customer. Some project management tools for our bigger clients that want to bring on their agencies and have projects and they want to, buy several orders from different freelancers and be able to keep track of it. Zapier integration to help you keep track of your orders, both as a customer and as a freelancer. I'll have more details on what integrations we have soon. Category specific opportunities for cross sales and recommendations. This will help you find stuff that you need based on what you're looking at. And then obviously that'll help, which in turn helps the freelancer get more money, sales. Changes, we will be, I don't want to say limiting, but filtering some of the things that we have way too many of. I'll just leave that at that. We'll have a process for certifying freelancers as experts in their vertical. I'll have more details on that as time goes on. And then some other things to help us highlight the top talent in a given niche industry or skill set. New properties include Legiit leads, which will be a separate thing from Legiit that will help people either find leads for their business or find freelancers on Legiit or have freelancers get more sales. It's just going to really be a good synergy thing, but it can also be a separate thing. And then Legiit Local will help you find people in your area. If you need like a product photographer, obviously you can't find that on Legiit because they might be on the other side of the country or whatever. So we want people to be able to use us to get more stuff done no matter what the situation. Helping customers find what they need. We're going to have a concierge service where a customer can request that and we'll look at their project and match them up with the right skilled freelancers and things like that and kind of create a plan for them and just kind of a white glove service to help them get everything they need. We're going to have dedicated sales reps that are literally going to go out and recruit agencies and other types of people to bring in more customers to the site. So that helps everybody. It helps that agency. It helps their clients. It helps our freelancers and it helps our customers. And then we're going to have freelancer speed dating where I don't really like this analogy, but the Tinder of marketplaces where we're going to say this person is a good match for this person and kind of connect them if possible. We're going to be working with industry influencers to recruit top tier talent to the platform, which is obviously great for everybody. It helps bring in more traffic. It helps bring in more visibility. It helps everybody get more sales and it helps more customers get more stuff done. If I'm getting paid for every time I say that, I'm doing well this time. Marketing initiatives. We're going to have micro-targeted ad campaigns. So I think that goes without saying. That way we can really target people and help them find what they need or what is the best fit for them. We're going to have laser-focused email marketing, cold and warm. And then accelerated content marketing, which means more blog content, more social media content, more video, and so on. And then we will not, under any circumstances, be providing you with pizza. So that's kind of that. That is the Legiit 2021 State of the Union. So before we wrap up, I want to make sure that there are any more questions that need to be addressed. I will happily address them for you, but I really do appreciate you guys showing up. I know it's awkward time of the day for some folks, but yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm so excited about the future, and that's pretty much all I got for you today. Seems like the questions have mostly died down. Well, maybe not. Then there's a whole, where'd it go? Chris, thanks for everything you do for sellers, buyers, and all the help you have given me. So much appreciated for it all. Thank you very much, Anthony. You're always a pleasure to work with, and I'm glad we can help. David says, even wrote David says for me. I'm excited about, let me move this over here so I'm not looking off to the side. Oh, then I get Inception. Never mind. There we go. David says, I'm excited for excited for the services I'm receiving thus far and looking forward for the second and upcoming months. Look forward for suggestions. Yeah, we're working on that today. So thank you, buddy. We appreciate your business, both as Superstar SEO and Legiit, and we can't wait to keep working with you. You are great to work with because anytime we suggest anything, you're like, bam, right on top of it. And you wouldn't believe how difficult that can be at times. Georgie, who, by the way, is both the director of operations for Legiit and the head diva at Legiit, who demanded I get himself painted on the corporate jet. I'm just kidding. We don't have a corporate jet. No, he also runs my entire services business and is a great, great person. I'm glad to have as part of the team. John says, thank you. Thank you, John. Is that George Jetson in your avatar there? Just wondering. How long does it take to be approved as a vendor? It doesn't take long. You can start listing your services right away. We do manually review services because people made that necessary. I'll just leave it at that. But it usually happens pretty quickly, and it'll definitely be less than 24 hours. Awesome stuff coming, Chris. Very excited. Have a good day, sir. Thank you, sir. You as well. Ed says, thanks, Chris. Looking good for the future. Thank you. But what about Legiit? No, thank you. I appreciate that, Ed. Appreciate you catching me not being shown that screen before, too. David says, thanks. Thank you, David. All right, folks, I am out of breath, so we're going to wrap this up. This has been the Legiit 2021 State of the Union. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for being a part of Legiit and Superstar SEO and all the other things that we do. I cannot express to you how much it means to me and to everybody behind the scenes that you trust us with your time and your business and your patronage. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And as I always end my live streams and webinars with, I want to tell you to figure out what you want out of life, go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the world. Again, this is Chris, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.